Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something we all want: better health. But forget the massive, complicated overhauls. We're diving into the small, simple, science-backed habits that can absolutely transform your life. So let's get right into it. Does it ever just feel like getting healthy is this huge, overwhelming project? Like every piece of advice means a new gym membership, a super expensive diet, or a complete lifestyle revolution? Yeah, I think we've all been there. It feels way too complicated.
But what if it wasn't? What if I told you the science is actually crystal clear on this? The biggest, most life-changing results don't come from giant leaps. They come from the smallest, most consistent actions you take every single day. And that is exactly what we're going to explore. All right, so let's start at the very beginning, that first hour of your day. How you kick things off can literally set the tone for everything that follows.
So, what are these game-changing morning habits? It's not complicated, I promise. We're going to look at 3 super simple steps for a powerful morning reset: hydrating, getting a little sun, and just moving your body. First up, water before your coffee. Think about it. You've just gone, 7, 8 hours without a single drop to drink. Most of us wake up at least a little dehydrated. So downing a big glass of water first thing rehydrates your brain, fires up your metabolism, and helps flush out all the toxins your body was processing overnight. It's such a simple switch, but the payoff is huge.
Okay, our next habit takes almost no time at all. Seriously, we're talking just 10 to 15 minutes. That's all you need to completely reset your body's internal clock.
And it's literally as simple as just stepping outside. Getting some natural sunlight on your face shortly after you wake up helps regulate your circadian rhythm. That's basically your body's 24-hour master clock. This one little signal tells your body, hey, it's time to be awake and energetic. Plus, you get a free dose of vitamin D, which is absolutely crucial for your immune system. And to round out our perfect morning reset, there's one more number for you: 30 minutes. The benefits from this one little habit will last you all day long.
It's the 30-minute walk. And no, you do not need to be running a marathon here. Just look at this list. A brisk walk gets your circulation going, can help lower your blood pressure, and it floods your brain with those feel-good endorphins. It's easily one of the best, most effective low-impact ways to seriously cut your risk of cardiovascular disease.
Okay, so our morning is set up for success, but how do we keep that energy and momentum going? Well, that brings us right to our next section: what you use to fuel your system.
You've probably heard this one before, but it's just so true. Eat the rainbow. It's a super simple rule of thumb for great nutrition. Why? Because those different vibrant colors in fruits and vegetables actually signal different powerful nutrients. So the red in tomatoes gives you lycopene for your heart. The orange in carrots has beta-carotene for your eyes. And the green in spinach is packed with iron for energy. It's simple. A colorful plate is a healthy plate.
Now let's talk about what not to eat, or at least what to seriously cut back on. This slide really paints a clear picture, doesn't it? When you cut back on those added sugars, the kind you find in sodas and processed foods, you're doing way more than just helping your waistline. You're reducing inflammation. You're preventing those awful afternoon energy crashes. And you are dramatically lowering your risk for type 2 diabetes. The difference is night and day.
All right, we've covered how you start your day and how you feel your body. But what about managing that silent disruptor of our health? Yeah, I'm talking about stress.
Our first line of defense against stress actually kicks in while we're unconscious. It all starts with sleep. But here's the really crucial part. It's not just about the number of hours you sleep, it's about consistency. Going to bed and waking up around the same time every day, yep, even on weekends, keeps your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm, running smoothly. When that clock is out of whack, it's linked to everything from weight gain to a weaker immune system.
So what if I told you that you could actually change your body's chemistry in just 5 minutes? That's it. 5 minutes is all it takes for this next incredibly powerful habit.
This one is it's brilliant in its simplicity. We're talking about mindful breathing. And no, this isn't some hour-long meditation session. Just taking 5 minutes, 5, to focus on slow, deep breaths sends a signal to your nervous system to just calm down. It immediately lowers your levels of cortisol, which is the primary stress hormone, and can literally reduce feelings of anxiety right on the spot.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit. These daily habits are fantastic, but there are also some bigger picture practices that play a huge role in our long-term health and happiness. Let's start with something most of us are doing all day long: sitting.
In our digital world, text neck from hunching over our phones and computers is a very, very real problem. And as you can see, bad posture doesn't just cause back pain, it can actually mess with your digestion and even make you project low energy. Simply sitting up straight reduces that strain and can even give you a little confidence boost.
Wow. Just let that quote sink in for a second. And you know what? The science and the research totally back this up. The quality of our social connections is one of the biggest predictors of our long-term health, influencing everything from how our immune system works to our mental resilience. It's that important.
So, if loneliness is that serious, what's the antidote? Well, the great news is, it doesn't have to be some grand gesture. It's about small, consistent actions. Make it a habit to call a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Find a local group that shares one of your interests. Be intentional about scheduling time with the people who really matter to you.
And our final habit? Think of this one as your health's own personal security system. It's all about being proactive, not reactive. You don't want to wait until you feel sick to see a doctor. Regular checkups are all about prevention. They can catch those silent issues like high blood pressure or cholesterol way early when they're much, much easier to manage. Okay, so we've just covered 10 really powerful habits. But please, the goal here is not to try and start all 10 of them tomorrow. That is absolutely not the point. The goal is to just take that first small step.
So if there is one crucial point to take away from all this, it's this. Real success comes from consistency, not from some crazy, intense overhaul. Just pick one or two of these habits that feel doable for you right now. Master them, make them automatic. That is how you build a real foundation for lasting health.
So I'm going to leave you with a simple question to think about. Looking at everything we just talked about, what is the one simple habit that you are going to start this week?